If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's likely a duck, and that duck is a bigot. Monroeville, Pennsylvania, the library pride display situation is not over. Thanks to a right to know request, Qburgh has acquired over 200 pages of text messages and emails that were subpoenaed, I guess is the right word to use, about what went down in this whole situation. And it doesn't make them look good. Shocker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down a few of the highlights of this article, and I'm going to have some brief commentary on what it is, because what we are seeing is that Bill Krut and Alex Graziani lied to the constituents' faces, and I'm not about to stand for it. What's important to note is that what I'm going to show you here, this text message from Bill Krut to Alex Graziani, happened on Friday the 26th. That was 4 days after the library board meeting, where a lot of, over 70 citizens came and said, we support this. And the library said, yeah, we're not taking it down. But Bill had other ideas. He texted Graziani on that morning and said that the pride display must be moved out of the children's area. He said, I also think you should tell Nicole to move that book display out of children's area today, please. If it is up for Pride Month, it will be gone by next council meeting, and they will have prevailed. This right here indicates a, disdain, that there was something to win here, right? That we prevailed. What did we prevail at? Just having a display that allowed children to see themselves reflected? Terrible. Now, when the display had not yet been removed, I'm not sure if this is after the 22nd, whatever. He texted and said it has to be removed today by your directive, not at the end of the month when they choose to remove it. Krut did not ask the question to be presented to the library board again or placed before council for public discussion, because he knew Pride Month was over. Instead, his message called for Graziani to use the authority of the municipal manager to order the removal that day. Later that day, Graziani confirmed that shelves had been cleared. He wrote, shelves cleared. Other messages showed Graziani offering Krut encouragement as the councilman faced criticism over his opposition to the pride display. On June 22nd, Krut told Graziani that he had been personally attacked and complained that the library mafia had been out in full force. He had been called hateful and a bigot and characterized himself and Williams as the only people on the right side of this. If it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's likely a duck, and that duck is a bigot. He wrote, pray for me. And Graziani responded with praying Ephesians 4:2 and Matthew 10:16. Graziani then told him the truth is always met with hatred. Now, in Graziani's remarks on July 7th, I believe is what they're quoting here, he takes full responsibility. He doesn't say that Krut pressured him. He says it was his choice and his choice alone. But then he goes and quotes Corinthians 13. And if you read down here, you can pause it to read. He is clearly doing his job from a place of religion and faith and not a place of governance, where he's supposed to be representing the entirety of the municipality of Monroeville, not his own faith beliefs. When I spoke this week at council, I brought up the library's budget, and Councilman Williams said he doesn't think anybody's questioning whether the budget should be blah, blah, blah. I had some sources telling me that Bill Krut was questioning it, and here's the proof. The records also show Krut asked Graziani for information about the municipality's financial support for the library, including operational salaries and building maintenance. Krut also sent Graziani comparisons of municipal funding for nearby libraries that he had generated through ChatGPT. Graziani forwarded those figures to municipal finance staff, who assembled additional comparisons. On Facebook, Krut publicly connected the display controversy with council's library funding discussions. Quote, council has been debating what amount of taxpayer money we should spend on the library. Have you, Krut? Because we've not seen it in any of the documents or any of the recordings of council, so where are you debating this at? The library has just drawn attention to themselves. The discussion has been more broad. So, in my private citizen opinion, this was clearly evidence-based and overreach, and they definitely broke the law, in my opinion. In my opinion, they broke the law. Graziani needs to resign. This is my personal belief. This is my personal opinion, not attached to any organization I'm affiliated with. They need to resign, and we need to put pressure on it. So we need lawyers, we need people to weigh in on this and tell us what our next options are and what we can do about this, because we cannot allow Monroeville to descend into this type of governing. Because again, if they're willing to do it to one group that they don't agree with, just wait until it's your group that they don't agree with.